Hey Alpha fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, I want to walk you through our AR Collective Discord. Guys, now that's the group where basically we hold your hand and walk you through some trade setups. We also introduce you to crypto research and give you updates on the macro, which, guys, is actually fairly pretty rare to have people that actually understand what's going on in the macro, and also to have some type of director of research the way that we do. Over at AR Collective, where our head of research, Retta, has basically been going through all of these altcoins for more than half a decade, and he's just an expert on the pulse of this industry. And so, guys, if you do want those insights, please do make sure to check out the link in the description below. We do have some specials going on, and if you can take advantage of that, I highly recommend it as we head into the potential next altcoin season. Guys, you can see that in our P&L section, since March 1st, we have been just hitting it out of the ballpark with a 75% gains, 159% gains, 220% gains, 117. We have our guys Delta and Saltware and many others who are just absolutely killing it and offering you setups. These are setups that are offered in the group and that you can take advantage of, and you can see 539% gains, right? 160% thanks to recovery here. Guys, of course, we are also offering our setups, and I'll show you some of those in a moment. However, in general, I do want to just let you know that my role is primarily on the macro analysis as well as general customer service and answering your questions. I can help walk you through, your pressing matters in crypto, as well as perhaps do request for you. For example, in one of our chats, we were talking about, could FART coin just take off? And of course, it absolutely did. This is the setup that I dropped in the request a coin section. Somebody had brought it up in the Discord live chat when we're just live streaming and just showing you live trades and answering your questions in real time. Guys, you get that kind of hand-holding in the group, so I highly recommend you check it out. Of course, if we do go to the chart, you can see this is basically where we were when the request was made, and this is the setup. This is the setup that I offered you guys, where I was saying that it's looking like we're at an interesting area. We're having a bullish harmonic. I'm showing you the bullish divergence. I'm showing you the bullish patterns. And sure enough, just run this forward, right? This coin absolutely took off from our lows. You could see my target here, and we have outperformed that target, even peaking at 140%. So, that's how it goes. And I highly recommend if you're not making the progress that you want to see in this industry, that you come over and check out the group. Guys, you won't regret it. And of course, I think that you should be able to, pay for the membership itself within a couple months of taking some of these setups. Guys, let's head over to BTC. And as you can see, BTC continues to slow walk up that, it's basically a bearish rising wedge. I would expect this formation to break down eventually. We did have a bearish rising wedge previously, and of course we did actually bounce right here at resistance, which is not necessarily where you would expect us to bounce, but if this thing is going to continue to be bullish, it absolutely had to do it there. We are getting a little bit of a squeeze with that 200 EMA. Now, guys, lucky for you, Retta is one of our expert on squeezes. He did see this thing coming a mile away. And so hats off to, Retta in the Discord over there. He was really looking for this to be a potential local low. And sure enough, we did get one of his classic squeezes, that 10-200 squeeze, and we are just popping off of that. Now, I do project that if we do have an overthrow, sort of like you can see this wick back here on this rising wedge, that we might get an overthrow as high as maybe 91K or 94K. That's all within range of an overthrow. However, if we do get a rejection in that area, I would suggest that there is a high likelihood that we could come back into the rising wedge. And if we do lose that, especially if we lose 86,300, We can also be looking back under that 200 EMA, which would be pretty treacherous, right? Underneath that 84,500. Then we may retest our critical lows all the way down to 77, right? 78. Now, if we do zoom out, you can see that we did have that bearish harmonic. That bearish harmonic and this double top that everyone was talking about, okay? These have the same extended targets, okay? That extension is actually all the way down here at 68,000, maybe 500, right? So 68,500 is where I would expect to see just an ultimate shakeout of this market if we do get a lower high rejection in this neighborhood, and we need to just put in one more bounce. We could get sent all the way back down there, okay? It could be a punishing, just a capitulation wick. And then what I would want to see is the market to buy this back up and to quickly get back above that 200 EMA, get into, again, into one of Retta's classic 10-200 squeezes, and then let's see if that can carry us home on my golden parabola. So right now, guys, as long as the market has this kind of structure, I'm still slightly biased towards the downside until we prove ourselves, until we validate, right, and confirm some type of bullish breakthrough of this 93 to 95K area, where you can see we start getting impulsive candles to the upside, which would then carry us up to maybe 103, right? Maybe back to our highs of 100, maybe even a 10, maybe even 120. But until then, all of this is setting up for a lower high, right? High, basically double top, and then a lower high. And with these lower lows would suggest an even lower low target. The good news is that we do have some signs of accumulation. We do have some signs that maybe this golden parabola is going to be respected. Our momentum to the downside is slowing, and also this rising wedge does not have that deep of a target, okay? So if we are just going to move past the bearish harmonic and past the bearish double tops, which do have extended moves down to the 68K level, well, this rising wedge is saying, well, maybe we retest our lows, and then we try one more time. And if first time fails, maybe second time prevails, okay? And that would perfectly keep our golden parabola intact. Now, sometimes we do just wick down from the parabola. That just can put the fear of God in the market. And if this market is due for a final shakeout, I don't know, maybe it could come on Trump's Liberation Day, right? Where he's going to double the taxes on all of these imports, right? And of course, the other countries are going to do the same. So I think maybe April 2nd, if they're not able to avoid that, that could be a very dangerous time in the market where we could see that slap down. And then depending on how the markets digest, having their taxes doubled, right, by the Trump administration, that's not easy for businesses to absorb. That's going to add to inflation. It's going to, just put a wrench in all of the bullish works that we've been making progress on. And again, if it wasn't for the tariffs, this structure might be even stronger. The stock market might be even stronger. But a lot of business are projecting slowdowns, right? The Fed is projecting a little bit of a slowdown thanks to these tariffs. And unfortunately, that means that we do have to be aware that the quote-unquote Liberation Day may actually be a bull trap, which then sends us back to our lows. And then I do think that that would be a good opportunity to accumulate, especially if we hold above the golden parabola. If we do get sent back, this might be an opportunity. And if we do lose the parabola, then I'm going to be looking for those deeper targets where we have some technical levels and also old technical support where we do have buyers that just impulse this market. And so that would be a great target if these first targets fail. Until then, we just have to be aware that the trend is your friend. And right now we are getting movement to the upside. We are getting bullish squeezes to the upside. So we don't want to fade this unless we lose the levels that I've been pointing out to you. And while we're above that, we're going to be, again, cautiously optimistic that we can perhaps come back into that kind of 90 to 110 range. That would be just a great opportunity if we can hold this area. Maybe what happens is that they make some deal, right? And maybe they don't double our taxes there, right? But until then, we just have to be aware of these moving pieces in the market. And that's your alpha for the day. Stay safe and happy trading.